Sometime later, they returned to me. I don't know how long sometime is, only that it's later. I'm not in the convention center anymore. I haven't been in ages. Hospital room. Right. Should feel tired now, but I don't. How long has it been? I can't tell, but the sun shines through a window on the far side of the room. Trying to check my phone to see it's still out of battery, just like the past 10 or so times I've checked. My thoughts are muddy, haunting. I don't know if it's the lack of sleep or what I saw. There's a hum in the air now. The electric size of nearby equipment. I don't know any medical mumbo jumbo. I won't pretend to. It's bad, all right. The pains were here too. They came running when they heard the news. I don't remember how many of them there were or how long they stayed, but they're not here now. I wonder where they went. No, I don't. I don't really care. I'm left alone with her. Again. Her chest rises and falls slowly. The only sign of life here. Resting gently on it, the only real survivor. When the nurses left, I had set him gently on her bed. I don't know why. He sniffed around a bit, crawled up gently onto her chest, and remained there for hours. The small animal lets out a tired yawn at my presence, and blinks its beady eye awakes. He sniffs the air again, and tries to nudge a hand for pets, but it's wasted efforts, in spite of Guts' determination. A little squeak, begging for attention. My arm is leaden as I reach for him. I can at least provide him some Vermin! Wait, it's just a pet rat. Excuse me, are you a relative? No, I'm a boyfriend, and I bought a pet. He already ran down the hall. Vermin in room 2302. A few more nurses gather around the door, attracted to all the commotion. Does this guy have a phobia? Where's the janitor? Get him here now! It's just a pet rat. The entire floor's in uproar. No, ma'am, our facility hasn't had a rodent problem in the decade. Hey, let me through. You guys are going too fast. Everyone's being such a pain. Shortly afterwards, an elderly man with gloves brushes past. He grunts when he sees Guts and yanks him up by the tail. You can't take him, that's... Get out! Get it out! Throw it out back! On the way, the janitor brushes past me. He sees me, shoulders sagging, and staring blankly at him while the poor thing grabs for the air in his grasp. Hey, don't... Look, I don't make the rules. I'm just a volunteer. Okay, do what you gotta do. He didn't hear my approval. He was already gone. I can hear shouts in the hall. All that or about Guts. Turning back to Olivia, fully awake now. My mind is once more flooded with thoughts and memories. Something cruel forces me back to the stairwell, facing Mrs. Scaler and Mr. Ferris. A growing crowd drawn to Olivia, all so vividly. All of it plays out on repeat endlessly. Each repeat, a lingering pain reverberates in my chest, over and over and over. And the cruelest part, this pain pales in comparison to the pain the others must be feeling. My wandering mind is pulled back by something. Sound, voices, activity. There's people approaching. They're right at the doorway. My stiff body turns, just enough to see. It's the Paynes, the whole family. One by one, they enter the room. Randy pulls a seat for his wife. The littlest one steps forward and he leaves something on the table. It's another macaroni picture. He tries to make it lean against the vase, but the weight keeps making it slide down. He gives up after a few tries, leaving it flat. Damien watches the brief attempts and then turns his attention to her. He rubs the back of his head, neck nervously with one hand. I shouldn't have kept you. If only we were just a little sooner. Don't blame yourself. It wasn't your fault. He nods, but he's still not looking at me. Don't be blaming yourself either, okay? Thanks. Damien takes a seat. There's really nothing else left to say. The room is full, but the only sounds come from the medical equipment and the movement outside. Footsteps. Damien's folk turn their head to the door. I follow suit. The tall man stands, filling the frame of the door. The sorrow etched on his face. He steps forward, past us, looking down at his daughter. What's become of her? Sophia reaches out to Randy's hand and he pulls her up. They silently retreat out of the room, waving Winnie over as well. Suddenly I feel out of place. I follow behind the rest. There's some chairs outside. I sit in one, slumping over far. The Paynes are talking to a doctor nearby. I don't hear much of it. The word vertebrae is used. I try to listen more, but the world feels like it's melting away from me. My body slackens more and more with each passing second. All the hours I had stayed up in that room are starting to crash into me. I'm falling asleep. The light fades from my eyes with that final thought, swallowed wholly by darkness. And then, nothingness. Sir. Sir. Thoughts coalesce. Hallway. Nurse. No shoes. Hospital. Eyeing the clock nearby, I see it's already past noon. Sir, we can't just have you loitering here. But I was visiting a... The door's closed. The nurse follows my gaze to it. Damien. Vinny. Sophia. Randy. Her father. Everyone's gone. Are you family? No, but... The nurse scoffs. Okay, I'll just wait until someone gets back to see Olivia again. Where'd they all go? I stare blankly at the closed door. The nurse finishes his business and exits the room again. He looks shocked to see me. Sir, we have a waiting room for a reason. Oh. I can wait for Olivia there, sure. Besides, I'm starving. I haven't eaten since that dinner. My entire body is numb. It's a struggle to even stand. But I get up. I take one last look towards her room. Why? Start walking to the waiting room. Each step, a question reverberates in my murky mind. Why? Why did this happen? Did I cause this? Somber. Faded. Just somber. Huh. Did I cause this? Is it my fault? So many questions. So many steps. Until I finally step outside. And a final question brings clarity to me. What did I expect? My mind follows the tangent. What did I expect? I expected a relationship. A normal relationship. I tried hard to get it. I put in the effort. The situation wasn't normal. Olivia wasn't normal. All that effort for a normal relationship? It wouldn't have worked out at all. And it didn't. If anything, it got worse for everybody. Is it all just wishful thinking? Is it even worth it? It wasn't supposed to be like this. I stop and think long and hard about the phrase. It's true, wasn't it? It wasn't supposed to be like this. And it wasn't worth it. I look back down the hallway to the door to Olivia's room. I'm sorry, Olivia. I'll visit. We can spend time together again, if the staff will let me. If the Paynes will let me. When I can. I'll miss you, Olivia. Head for the metro station nearby when I see him. He's focused entirely on the window to Olivia's room. Guts. Kneeling down, I offer the rat my hand, but come on, Guts. He doesn't budge. The small animal doesn't take notice of me at all. I sigh. All right, Guts. Goodbye. I think about looking back at the building one last time. No. I shouldn't. It wouldn't have been good for me, for my mental health. So I continue, and I force my legs forward until I know the building's out of eyeshot. It's hard, but, it's better this way. Birds flying, and a repetition of a line from the first game. Well, fuck. Are you gonna crash it again? Asshole? You better not crash it again, because that was so mean. Like, you made the ending like that, you dingus. Can't blame me for that. Well... I'll be honest. I don't think that works quite as well. I don't know how to put it, or how to, like, but the ending feels like it misses a beat. Like, there's a part that's supposed to come next. What is Inco really doing at this point is a part that I'm left questioning. Like, the ending has a bit of that Goodbye Volcano High of you don't get to know the full story. But, like, I guess we get to know the full emotional impact. And the implication is that Inco is, like, saying stuff, but he doesn't actually plan to. He's just like, no, I'm going to the waiting room, and he just leaves. It's supposed to be that he's, like, done. He doesn't care. He doesn't want to come back. No raison d'être. What comes for him next is an empty life. Oh, fuck if tragedy isn't a hard-hitting animation, though. Ending one's fucking picture is her losing her shit. Ouch. Ouch. What a choice. I'll be honest. Glad that I did this in one fell swoop. But yeah, I think the big idea is that he just kind of he's like, I did nothing wrong. I was right. Everything makes sense now. I'm out of here. Bye. See ya. So, here we are. At the end of the world, after Inco turned into the worst person. Inco the Terrible is a great title for that part, I'll give that much. Well, here we are. How does this compare to the ending of Snoot Game? I don't know. I think... What do I think? Ending 1 in Snoot Game was... It was a big thing. It was basically like 4chan trying to play a really powerful reaction straight. Like, the problem I have with it is, I guess there's some implication that Fang is the kind of person who would commit a large amount of murder to get her goal, but it's still a steer for the authorial direction over everything. Here, it definitely just feels like a big fat mistake got made. Olivia finally makes a somewhat smart move trying to push Inco away, and it just fucks everything up. It's too late to make smart decisions at that point. I don't know how to feel, but I do know this. It's a good ending. It still feels strong, though. Like, how do I explain this? It feels like it does a little too much for what it's really trying to do, right? The ending could have just as easily been she leaves, and Damien and everyone else is just done with him too. Like, putting her in a coma feels like they took that extra step just to make it suck. But it didn't need to be there, right? From a pure MacGuffin like, pure pragmatic exit, Olivia doesn't have to fucking die. The point has already been made. Like, she could have pushed off, and, like, nothing significant happens. No, nothing. She's just like, oh no, we're done here. And Inco is like, you know what? Fine. Fine. Mia was right. Everything clicks together. I'm done here. Bye. And he just leaves. Could have been that. It could have just been that. And it really feels like they're trying to hit a little extra hard by putting in the extra angle. I don't know how to feel about it. I will say, while I think that ending 2 is a better ending than this, like, it's more optimistic. This ending is just basically killing off a character and introducing one. I don't agree with the dad showing up, though. That, like, I get it, right? But, like, you can't just put him in the last few minutes of the worst ending like that. Putting that behind us. I'm glad I did ending 2 first, because all the contrast, like the strong contrast in these two, is, like, really important for this. Like, you need to have both for this to work the way that it should, you know? Anyway, I'm probably going to write a nice ending 1, copium, time travel, whatever thing. Who knows? I already got an E3 thing that I wrote for Snook Game, though. So yeah, we'll have that to look forward to. Or I'll have that to look forward to. I might not even upload it. You know how it goes. With Safford the Crook coming right at you. And then I make some gang signs, and, like, an actual gang member walks up to me and just clocks me. You know, I had it coming. I had it coming. I hope that Nose story gets an update, though. I really like that one.